Good morning and welcome back to X-Carbovore. As you can see, we had a little snow over the evening, and unfortunately I don't have my snow tires on my car, so I wasn't able to make it to the gym this morning. But we're going to have a good show anyway. I think I'll just be going over most of my numbers and let you know how things are going here. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you on the inside. Welcome back to X-Carbovore. This is day 23. I'm just getting back from the dentist, so I feel a little numb in the face. I shouldn't say it that way, but I do. So we're just going to be short today. We're just going to go into the numbers so that you can kind of see where I am. I told you I want to be accountable to you, and I'm glad that you're here to check me out. So listen, if you have been watching my videos and you like what you see or you're kind of curious, please drop me a note in the comment section and hit subscribe so that you can know every time that I post a new video. It'll be great, and it'll be great motivation for me. So let's get right into my numbers. This morning, I did wake up early because I thought I was going to go to the gym. And when I saw the snow outside, I was like, well, it's not that bad, but by the time I come home, I'm not sure how bad it'll be by that time. Because sometimes snow, it could change within an hour. Things could be a lot worse than it was. So I decided I'd wait and get my tires changed before I go venture out. I live here in Sweden, and we have a few mountains before I get to my home. So it's a lot of uphill, and you don't want to have bad tires going up the hill. Because you'll be spinning up, but you'll be going backwards at the same time. And that's happened to me about 10, 12 years ago on this same mountain, and not so happy about that. So it wasn't a great feeling, not a great experience. So we thought we'd avoid that this morning. So what are the numbers looking like for Mr. Kien today? We'll start again with my blood pressure, and my blood pressure was very, very satisfactory, if you ask me. I was 121/82, I believe. And I think that is a great number because it's well within the norm of where I should be. Don't forget the maximum is 135/85. So not a bad number. Let's check out the next one. All right, and my glucose this morning as I woke up wasn't so bad, actually. It was in the mid-5 range, 5.4 my glucose, and it should be under 6. I personally like to keep it around 5 and below, so we'll work on that. I've eaten well, no cheating. As I said, this is day 23, and I'm very, very focused on making sure that we don't break. I'm not a guy like there have been some that have been able to break over the Thanksgiving holiday, and it's so hard for me to come back. I don't know if you're like that, but me, if I break, and I tell my wife all the time, there's no way that you won't find that I'm cheating, because if it's a little, it'll be a lot. And there's no such thing as just a little cheating. You can't give a crack addict a little crack. He'll go on a binge forever. That's how I feel with carbs. I'm that carb addict, and once I get a little bit, I'm going. I mean, even until I get sick, and I'll lay down until the sickness is over, and I keep going back again. And it's embarrassing, but it's uncontrollable. I can't control it. So the best way for me to do that is to stay away from it. It's my kryptonite, and that's what I do. So my glucose number is not bad. 5.4, I'll take it. Now, as you know, the ketone numbers, to be in ketosis, you need to be at 0.5 to 1.5. And I'm typically above that range, which is fine. It's not a negative to be above that range. Today, my ketones were 2.1. So 2.1 is not a bad number. I believe I was 2.0 yesterday. So I'm pretty much standardly the same. I would be around the 2 to the 4 range in my normal go, as long as I take those numbers before going to the gym. We found out a few days ago, if I take the numbers after the gym, they're totally out of whack. So 2.1 is my ketones. All right. And as you know, the combination between your glucose and your ketones is called the GKI, or glucose ketone index. For me, I have a personal goal to keep my GKI 3.0 and below. Today, my GKI is 2.5. I believe yesterday it was 2.6. So I've gotten it to come down even further. And it's rare that I'm below 1, for example. But it can happen. It's not a goal of mine. My goal is to be 3.0 and below. So with those numbers, my last number that, actually not my last number, but yeah, it is my last number for today. My last number for today is that category that I really say I don't care about. And I've been flat. I have not decreased in weight whatsoever. I'm still 89.8, and it doesn't disappoint me. I know in the right time, it says here that I should be, 59 something to 80. That's my normal weight scale for my height. If I'm there, if I get there, great. I know eventually it'll happen, but that's not my focus. My main focus, once again, is just that I feel great inside. And I could tell you this, throughout the month of November, in the early part of November, I did have a little pain. And that's because I wasn't on the carnivore diet. I started doing it again because of the pain. And every time I've gone off the diet, it never fails. The pain comes because the tumors are still there. Eating without carbohydrates relieves me of all pain. No pain whatsoever. The weight loss is a side effect of the carnivore diet, but the effect that I'm looking for is the one that relieves my pain. And that's why it's so important for me to stay carnivore. Now, this is also day 3 of no caffeine, which I don't know how I like it. It's not that I'm craving caffeine, it's that I love the taste and the smell of coffee. But the smell would make me want to drink. But I do miss the taste of coffee. I won't kid you on that. It's not because I'm craving it. It's just the savory, nice coffee bean in my mouth. But we're going to break from that. And that's not going to be part of this diet. Now, before I go on and say my farewells and goodbyes, I want you guys to know that I'm surrounded by my kryptonite. This is the holiday season with my family, and they like to eat nice, sweet things. My son brought home a whole array of goodies. I call them goodies. Here in Sweden, we call them goodies. That we just like to eat. And they're all carb filled, and it's stuff that I really, really enjoy. I won't kid you on that. I enjoy them. So I'm watching these things, looking at these things while I'm eating my pork or while I'm eating my steak. Now, I'm not disappointed, of course, because I know in the end, every morning when I wake up, I go, thank the Lord I didn't break. Thank the Lord that I was able to make it another day. It's not hard, but it is tempting. And so the kryptonite remains, but we're victorious over that. And why is that? Why? Because the reason that I'm doing it is greater than the food that I'm looking at. It's greater than that momentary pleasure, that kick of adrenaline, that euphoria that hits me when I eat those special foods. It's not worth it for the pain. And so when you come to that conclusion and you could rationally think through things, see, that's the problem. A lot of us, we don't have time to be rational. We just want to eat. It's here, let's eat. No, I have to think about the ultimate goal. And the ultimate goal is to be healthy and to live long and to be with my family as long as I can. And this is the way to do it. So, if you've enjoyed my content and you like watching me muddle my way through the carnivore diet, please subscribe to this channel, hit the like button, write me a note, let me know that you're following me, and be sure to tell your friends that there's a guy like me doing a thing like this. We'll see you tomorrow. God bless.